Hello. How's it going? How you doing? I feel not great. But that's all right. Yeah, Emerlyn. You should rest. Drink some water. PUBG. It's near to my heart. Because that's where it is on the shirt. Ah, what's up, Zach? So, what are those? Ah. Cool.
He has a flat brain.
My fat ass just broke a computer chair the other day. It might have been yesterday. Manry, thank you for 51 months. I was leaning back like this. I'm going to simulate it. It's going to happen again. And the chair has... It's got like a sort of an arch back. And then that's just got like a netting over it. And one of the sides of the... maybe. One of the sides just snapped. I kicked the shit out of my desk. A mug went flying. Scared the shit out of Pico and Chu. They went flying. Yeah. Good times. I don't think I've ever had a good chair. Gifts. An anonymous benefactor on Throne sent us these. Sent us these beautiful rectangles. I already opened and installed them because it does take forever to install some things on the PS5 because everything's huge. Games are huge. They are, yeah. They very much did not change anything at the factory. Yeah, I have a PS4 game right here. They literally have not changed a thing. Yeah, I was looking into that, god damn it. My PS5 here is basically full. And it would feel silly to get another terabyte because that's what, another couple of games. Although an expansion drive won't have any system stuff on it. Well, I was looking at the 4 terabyte option, which really is basically like another PS5. I don't know, 2 terabytes would probably be enough to live with. And I think that's like 250-ish. But you can only get very certain ones. It is totally a convenience thing, for sure. Because, yeah, you can just delete the things that you're not playing. So it's not totally necessary. Yeah, it won't load PS5 games off of an external drive. So the only way that an external drive really works for you is you can avoid having to re-download by moving things to the external drive, but then you have to move them back to play them. You can, however, load PS4 games directly from the external drive. I was surprised at how cheap 4 terabytes is, even though it's $550. That's insanely cheap for basically the highest end NVMe drive in existence of that size. I think PS3 games can only be run if they're like purchased from PlayStation
He
Plus.
has a flat brain.
Regu, 94 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, dude. I mean, you could put the disc in, but I don't think it would do anything. It's not going to read it.
He has a flat brain.
Streaming only. I haven't looked that deep into it. Paint, 97 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hope things are going well. Yeah, you could put any disc in, really. I wonder if these modern consoles will still play an audio CD. Do they still have that functionality? If you just pop in a random audio CD? It's just something like, I wonder if anybody's even done it. I don't have one handy, or I would try it. I definitely have albums, but they're just not around. I would not pop a GameCube game in. I wouldn't expect to get it back. That would be a good way to probably lose the GameCube disc and the PS5 in one motion. It won't play DVDs. I do have laser discs right here if you want me to try to stick one of those in. I might have to take the case off, though. Yeah, I think the PS5 is wider than a Laserdisc. Jurassic Park, anybody? Why do I have Laserdiscs on tap? That's so weird.
He has a flat brain.
Isn't that weird? DK, thank you for 33 months. Look at this thing. You could fit a Laserdisc inside a PS5. I'm not sure what it would do. You'd probably have to push some components out of the way. You could technically fit one in there. I don't even have a Laserdisc player. Can't play any of these. Yeah, they're hard to come by. And I've not been in collecting mode for a bit because moving and finances and just everything. You know? But I'm working hard at turning my life around. I did pass the zero mark. Technically not true as far as net worth goes. Except for I have a car payment, so technically my net worth is still sub-zero. But I'm getting to a point where I could potentially pay the car off. I don't know if that's a good move or not, or what anymore. I don't know. I don't understand how finances work at all. Something in my head tells me, like, no, you shouldn't. You don't want to pay a car off. But maybe I have it backwards. Maybe you do want to pay it off, because I would think that, like, you would avoid interest, right? I turned my credit way the fuck around. Turns out, if you use a credit card and just pay it off all the time, that's basically that's the cheat code. I don't know. I think I have shitty credit advice in my head from ages past. Cone, thank you for 47 months. Yeah, that's true. I mean, credit is bullshit. The thing that's really the killer, though, is I still have that tax hurricane chasing me. So, I feel like it's more dangerous now that I'm doing okay. Because in the past, it was like, well, I don't have anything. I don't even have anything for you to take from me. Like, that kind of scares me. But I think that they can't take a car if it's your only car. I think those are the rules that I just made up. Like, they can't make you carless and they can't make you homeless. Can they? To be honest with you, I don't know why I haven't been flattened like a bug. I guess. I mean, I had nothing. It was like, there's nothing to take from me. And the whole thing started because of money that I never had. It was just made up imaginary money. So, yeah, it's just NFTs. Probably, I guess. Did you? I can give you the fast version. Shortly before I started doing YouTube, so over 10 years ago, I worked at a startup company. And, I mean, I say worked, but, like, I found this job on Craigslist, which is already a terrible start. But it was web work, and it was legitimate, and I was paid money. So it was a job. Except I was a contractor. And every possible, like, corporate loophole thing that you could do was being used. You know, like, the reason that I was a contractor was... And I had to use all my own stuff so that I couldn't be classified as an employee for tax reasons. But yeah, it was a well-paying job initially. But it turned out that was a bootstrapping operation for another part of the company that was working on an analog auto routing automation application software for circuit design. I'm recounting the lore for someone who did not know it. No, I'll be fine. I can't hear you. Oh, I always yell. So, anyway, what happened is that over time... No, I did not. I'm not in trouble. Over time, I transitioned over to that side of the company. I was convinced on the technology. And I have to tell you, it threaded such a needle of being like something that when you tell anybody about it, it sounds like a scam. People that were in it feel like it was a scam. And maybe it was a scam. But it's a really, I think it's just really threading the needle as much as possible. But basically, the company was run by a guy, it still exists, by the way, so is run by a guy who is a retired analog engineer from, like, the 70s, 80s. Like, a notable one. So, him explaining everything and getting you on board, he's just really good at that because he actually really does know his stuff. And they had stuff built, like, he had PhD computer science people and engineers that were already working on it in the early days. So he had, like, an automatic analog router and stuff like that. What's up? Anyway, he convinced me to start working on that stuff. And we were there. I pulled Nakomi into it. And she worked on it too. And we were there for, what, 2 years? No, I mean in the house. What?
I think we were there for 2 years.
We did have our own apartment, but then things moved in a direction where we weren't doing the website anymore, so we weren't bringing in money.
Thank you, baby.
It's analog without the UE. So, an automatic analog router. Do you know anything about chip, like how chips are made? Computer chips? Computer chips are essentially...
It's kind of like potato chips.
They're like microscopic wires. CAM. That basically is what it is. There's a whole bunch of little on-off switches, and they're all connected by microscopic wires. People don't think of them like that because they don't look like wires, but the way that they're made is that they're layers and layers and layers and layers of metal that are extremely thin, obviously, you know, like nanometers thick, getting close to like molecules thick. And routes are those wires that make the connections between transistors. They're the things that make the logic gates and all that stuff. So the way that a chip is made is that layers of this metal are put down one on top of the other. And so an automatic analog router is, you have like devices. And devices are arrangements of transistors in certain patterns that perform certain kinds of logic. And you need to connect those points between the devices to complete the chip design. So an automatic router routes those connections between the devices. So rather than someone drafting that manually by hand, an automatic router is a computer program that determines the most efficient routes, because you want to compact and compact and compact. The smaller it is, the cheaper it is. So a good router condenses finds the most efficient, tightest paths without short circuits or any of these other issues.
The rule books are like hundreds of pages.
Oh yeah, there's you have to in the application. This was something that Nakomi worked on. all of the semiconductor fabs have layout rules, basically. So, like TSMC is one. Like analog circuitry tends to not be as small. Like you don't go down into the yeah, it's transistor size. So like 40 nanometer.
We did a lot.
65 nanometer. Yeah, analog was bigger. Digital, they really cram everything down because digital is much simpler than analog. There's fewer different kinds of like logic devices being used, and
the routing gets more complicated, but
right, the routing is
easier.
Yeah, so digital is like a shit ton of stuff that's overall simpler, but way more of it crammed together. Analog is more varied, different types of devices and logic. So it doesn't really, but it's more specific. It's analog is interfacing with real world stuff. So you'd have a lot of analog. Analog would be like in your cell phone for making the real world signal type connections and things. Digital, not so much.
It is kind of like redstone. I mean, like, the basics are kind of sort of there.
Pico, stop existing.
I worked on digital. I think it was digital placer.
We had to support some digital stuff, yeah. Anyway, that's what an automatic analog router does. And then I worked on an automatic placer. So an automatic placer would interpret a schematic into the devices I was talking about. So devices are arrangements of transistors that perform a certain function. They're essentially pre-made. So like if you need something that's doing like, NAND gates or, or functions, things like that, they're these pre-configured arrangements of transistors. And so what my application would do would be to examine the schematic data, translate that into an arrangement of transistors that once again was like trying to be as efficient and compact as possible with all the connections pre-routed. And then it would essentially make the job easier for the router. So for these devices, you can't just like route things willy-nilly. You don't want to have a messy you don't want to have messy routes, because then you're more likely to have errors or low yields or short circuits or whatever. You have to very carefully consider spacing rules, proximity of certain lines. Like if you have a particular, especially in analog, you had to do like shielded lines because they would be subject to interference if you had certain kinds of signals close to each other. So like, for instance, on these devices, we would typically put like a sort of a trunk on one end. So you'd have all these transistors, and then they would all route out to a sort of a bus. And then the bus would be the connection point that the automatic router would connect to, if that makes sense. So I would try to arrange all these devices in the best, like most efficient, compact layout possible, but leave connections and space for connections between them all so that the automatic router could then go in and just boom, 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 get it done. And when it's done right, then the automatic router could be very fucking fast because it didn't have to do as much work. So it was sort of like two pieces of AI working together to basically translate a schematic, just a schematic, into an analog circuit layout ready for mask. We didn't achieve that while I was there. I mean, we
kind of did. Like, we did some designs for that one company, but I had to go there. I can't remember.
I don't remember now.
But we didn't actually, like, we used our stuff and then we uploaded it into their program and did the rule set check.
Yeah.
I think we did like 4 or 5 layouts for them, and like what we put out wasn't bad. Like there were really only a few
It passed muster.
Yeah, changes that we had to do. But, damn, it was... We could have just sold it. Like, that's the problem.
Well, right.
We had a product.
That's the thing.
We could have just sold it.
So now that you've heard all of this, basically a ton of stuff you wouldn't expect me to know anything about, then the other side of this is that as the company shed the web bootstrapping operation, there was no more income to pay anybody with. So those of us that believed in what we were doing started to switch over to stock ownership contracts. So we were being paid in percentage ownership of the company. I own 2% of the company. I get random emails every couple of years from somebody who's like, we have to get control of the company. Sell me your shares. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I wasn't getting paid any cash anymore. We were living in his house. We were living in a bedroom, a single room in his house, Nakomi and I wouldn't sell my shares because they were offering me a pittance, and for me, those shares represent the time that I put in there from which I got nothing. So I'm going to sit on those fucks until I don't know what happens, till the company sells or there's an estate sale because the old fucker died or whatever. But I'm going to sit on those fucking things. I'm not going to cash out to some rando who just wants to wrench control from the guy for who knows what reason. I don't know what their motives are, so... I have no hope of high value. It's just, for me, those are like my battle scars. Because that shit fucked up my life. We lived in one room for 2 years, working like 80-plus hour weeks on an application, particularly my portioning application, which I eventually got told, oh, that was just to give you something to do. And then it won't be used. Okay. That was my okay, fuck you moment. And I bounced. Finally, at that point. Nevertheless, this short story became a long story. So I mentioned that, like, all of the corporate loopholes were being used. And if you don't know about this, you can incorporate a company pretty much wherever. And if you are going to, if you want the corporate veil, then you incorporate in Nevada. Because in Nevada, there's like no rules. I mean, it's probably worse now, because I'm talking about like 10 or 15 years ago. But in Nevada, for instance, one of the things, and this is what affected me very badly, is that you can pay shares of a company as income, and the valuation of the company is defined by the company. So the value of the shares is defined by the company, not by their value. It's a private company, so they're not on the stock market or something. So they're not priced by how much they sell for. They're priced by how much the company is willing to sell them for, or how much the company says the company is worth. Well, like all things corporate finance, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors shell game crap, and you wouldn't say some crazy imaginary number because you're trying to play a very specific game that essentially threads around IRS rules and laws and whatever else. So at some point, him and his attorney decided or determined that they needed to report the income. So that led to a situation where I was being paid ownership in a company that was then being reported as just income, like it was cash. And then I'm getting calls from the government and from the state going, where's our money? And I'm saying, I have no liquid income. That's not money. I was paid no money. I was paid shares. And they just say, you're lying. And that just kind of continues until they come to you to try to take things from you, and you have nothing to take. It got to a point where they were like going after Nakomi, and she was like, here it is. And they were like, oh shit. And then they just kind of went away. They were so like, we don't understand the situation, that they just disappeared. So that's, yeah. And that fucked up our lives for probably more than half a decade. Because when you have a gigantic tax debt based on money that you never made, you can't pay it. So it only gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can't do anything like get a house because you can't get a loan. Or really do much of anything. And so, yeah. And then instead of, you know, working a job where I would have like a 401k and maybe like get promoted up through the ranks and increase my salary or something like that, I did content creation for a decade. So, you know. So yeah, I have all this tax debt shit. But the interesting thing is that you can kind of just wait it out. Because every 10 years, they only care about a 10-year block. Okay? So this year, 2012 falls off. Next year, 2013 falls off. It might be, I might be doing an off by one error. It might be 2011 and then 2012. But whatever. They fall off and you don't owe them it. So guess what I've been up to? Sitting on my hands. But, yeah, basically, it's like there's a sort of diminishing returns. Because, like, if they're dropping off, it feels pointless to pay them. But as long as you're not paying them, you can't do other things that they're preventing you from doing. You know what I mean? So there's like a sort of a... There's like a bell curve... Something. Like, you have to figure out... What's the minimum I give them to where I'm not just throwing money into a void? Well, unfortunately, because of that situation... And it took us a really long time, and there was a lot of difficulty with getting on our feet. Subsequent years were also not good in terms of getting taxes paid. When you're living hand to mouth, right? And I was doing basically contract work where taxes were not withheld. For the past 2 years, I have had normal jobs where taxes are withheld. So, I mean, I'm paying taxes. And there were a couple of years where I paid a certain amount or even paid in full. But what I learned, what the IRS taught me is, if you pay your taxes in full and you have other tax debts, that will trigger them to take the rest of your money. Which I don't think makes a whole lot of fucking sense. Because it's so fucking hard to save up, to not bust into the money that you've set aside for taxes that entire time, and then you pay your taxes in full, and then they're like, fuck you, you have money, give us the rest. Like, no, I don't. I saved this to give you, and it was so hard to do. Oh. So yeah, I don't know why they haven't squished me like a little bug. Well, the reason I said off by one is because I always get kind of confused with taxes because, like, in 2022, you're supposed to be taking care of 2021. And so, like, for them, it's 2021 right now. Therefore, I think 2011 is the one that gets kicked off. But I don't think it'll technically get kicked off until the next tax year begins. It should all be fucking automatic. Like other countries. So there you go, No Nut. There's my story. Hope that makes sense. This is why Nakomi and I have moved like 5 or 6 fucking houses in the past decade. And don't own anything. Because we literally can't. It's extra fucked that I brought her into it and we both on that same fuck train. Because she also is being paid the same way, so. Yeah, now you're up to speed. No, it's fucking super not, Kiwi. Kiwi, they make us keep little sheets of paper and fill in 50,000 forms. And if you get it wrong at all, you get fined. They make us do the whole fucking thing ourselves because corporations run this country, Kiwi. Guess who keeps it that way? Intuit, the company that makes fucking whatever free TurboTax and the other tax companies. They lobbied to prevent the IRS from having an automatic tax system. And so we don't have one. No reason we shouldn't have one. Everybody else has one. But we don't. I'm telling you, there's only one layer to the American onion. You peel it back, and it just says, corporations. There it is. Anyway. Now you know my story. I don't know why I was telling the story. I don't know how I got to that in the first fucking place. I guess we were talking about money. We were talking about money because PS5 expansions are expensive. Or something like that. I don't fucking know. Well, I'm technically not. What I was really talking about was just that we're like slowly getting on our feet. And it's, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, less broke, still broke. But I was saying that that's the next mission. It's like now I have to hurry up and get some money person involved. Like, I'm not doing it myself. I don't have time. It's too gigantic. I have to go hire somebody and just be like, please God help me. I have no fucking idea what to do about any of this. Can you please just make all the numbers correct? And I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah. So, like I said, we got some lovely gifts from Throne from an anonymous benefactor. Whoever you are, thank you. I appreciate you. So I thought we would just... I didn't settle on playing any specific game. I thought we'd just fuck around and check out both of these. And maybe some other stuff, because I've also... I've got Resident Evil 3 upgraded. I got Final Fantasy 7 upgraded. And I got Death Stranding upgraded. Also, I don't know what they were doing with Horizon. The default setting on this game is basically the theme with PS5 games I'm finding is that you've got this performance mode or you've got quality mode. That's what every game seems to do. And the quality mode doesn't seem like quality to me because it's typically extremely low frame rate, and they're doing like a 4K upscale or some shit. Maybe it's because I'm doing a 1080p setup, so it's all cost and no benefit. But performance modes are incredible. Like when I first started up for Horizon Forbidden West, I was completely unimpressed because I was like, this runs like shit. This doesn't look very good. What's going on? But then I switched it over to performance mode, and it's looks fucking amazing. So, I don't know, man. I don't think I could play at 30 frames per second unless it's very specifically a Souls game. I can't take it. I'll forgive Bloodborne, but nothing else. Yeah. Now, I will say, Resident Evil 3's ray tracing mode is sick. And I should show you guys that. I'm going to show you guys Horizon Forbidden West real quick, though. Because I thought it was Garbo at first, and then it was earlier today, finally, that I was like, I wonder if this has a different mode. And now I'm almost like, maybe I do want to play this. Kind of changed my whole mind on this. What about Q? We're gonna get back to that. That's just not tonight's agenda. Or were you asking if that has a different mode? That seemed to run fine and look great by default. I actually find it confusing as fuck, me. Because I thought the name of the game was Horizon Zero Dawn. So I keep calling this Horizon Zero Dawn 2. But apparently the name of the game was just Horizon. Because it's Horizon 2, Forbidden West.
I'm running out of time.
I didn't know it was just called Horizon.
The land is dying.
Yeah, this is...
People are suffering.
I think this is pre-recorded.
Soon, I'll stop.
I'm not sure. It might be real time.
All because of a terraforming system that's spiraling out of control.
I'm not going to be actually playing this.
And only I can fix it.
Technically?
Only
So I
have the genetic code.
already turned this on.
It won't be long.
Or I
before
already
we hit the
checked it
point of
out
no
once.
return.
And it has an entire recap with full spoilers of the first
I've been
game.
searching for
Because I
months
think they
for
kind
what
of
we need.
assumed that a lot of people were going to
backup of
check
Gaia.
this out and have
The
not
AI
played
you
the first
designed
game.
to control the system.
That's basically what this is. The opening movie is just, here's the first game,
But every
all
time
of
I
it.
think I have a lead, it comes to nothing.
Yeah, it's for you. Yeah,
And every night,
I think this is
I
real
have the
time,
same
and it's
dream.
running way the fuck better than it was, and it looks so much better than it did. I think on 1080p we only ever want to do performance mode and never quality mode, because it's just not quality.
I'm walking under a brilliant night sky,
It's like no
through a
benefit.
field of flowers.
This looks sharper to me than it did as well.
And when I arrive at the center,
Yeah.
I
Well,
see
they
you,
could have.
Elizabeth,
I don't know. Sometimes they do weird things with the
waiting for me,
cutscenes in games.
even though you've been
Like they'll
dead
record it in
for
game,
1,000
but then
years.
they'll put it in the game as a movie. I guess
You're the
because they
closest
don't want there to
person I've
be
ever had to a
any
mother.
possible jitter situation or something, or anything just... Because if it's real time, it can go wrong. So I think that's why they do that.
And for a moment, I feel whole.
We've also got to a point where it can be pretty hard to tell,
But it never lasts.
because the pre-recorded stuff can look high enough quality that you wouldn't know. The first game, I would not say that it's bad, but it certainly... I dipped out of it because of, let's call it icon fatigue. We could call it Far Cry-itis.
I'm always left alone.
It really ended up feeling like way too many like fetch questy, samey things. I got bored. Ubisoft
This world is your
Atosis, yeah.
legacy, Elizabeth. I won't let it slip away.
Yeah, I'm super done with
The valley
that kind of
below is my
gameplay,
only
really.
remaining lead. My last hope to find the backup. I'll do whatever it takes to get it. I promise.
And thinking back, I constantly feel like I was mean to that game, but there was just so many things that I really had a lot of trouble getting past that kept taking me out of it, which looks like are improved in this one.
If it isn't Aloy, the savior of Meridian.
Check this stuff out.
anointed of
Like,
the
these
North.
characters look really
You know
great.
I
The
hate
animation's
being
very
called that
good.
stuff.
Well, consider it a punishment
But talking
for
to
running out on us
NPCs
the very same night we beat
Ugh.
Hades.
Ugh.
I grew up an outcast.
This
and I know
movement over and
I'm
over
not much for
again.
parties.
Yeah. That
Like,
one
what was
in your
happening?
honor.
What were they doing?
Just saying. So,
Oh no, does it have the icon problem too?
what are we doing? Must be urgent since you left so fast.
No, even in the
delving
main
into
quest, it
ancient
was like
ruins?
that with the NPCs. They just had like
Or maybe it
they had
has
5
something to do with
animations
the
that they
blight.
cycled through.
Both, actually. But, I should...
Oh no. I've been tracking you a long way. It's okay. After everything you've done to help Lenora,
I don't
and
know
my
what this
family,
one is like, but
I
the starter
swore an oath
stuff
to
does
help
look
you,
really, really
no matter
great.
what. You're stuck with me now. Like bark on wood.
I just don't know if it would be worthwhile to go back and try to finish the first one or just say fuck it.
Okay. But, if you're going to come with me, you'll need to be able to see what I see.
A focus. Never thought I'd get your second sight.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Data?
Information on the device. We've got a lot to cover. I'll have to explain everything as we go.
Right. Gotta be able to see that shit.
You see like this all the time?
That's great, Lane. They do look like guitar
Come on.
picks. I think I talked over the entire recap portion of this. It's when she was having that dream, she just tells you exactly what happens in the first game. I think the only part of it that I didn't play was whatever the war was that was
And a couple
mentioned,
Scrapes on the way here.
which doesn't really sound like
We
I
should
was
find some
missing
medicinal
anything
plants to
important.
stock up. So it's time for your first lesson with the focus.
It essentially
Sounds
says
good. Let's get started.
it essentially says everything that the first game was setting up that sounded like it was a big important deal. You don't get answers on that in the first game.
These plants
A
don't
bunch
look
of
like the ones in the
nonsense
Sacred
having to do with
Lands.
Aloy leaving her
Focus helps
tribe
receive
and
the
her
ones we
home
need.
is all that gets resolved in the first game, but nothing else. Wow, so it was basically just a couple hours out. Yeah, that figures. But yeah, once you're in, like, this looks fucking great.
A pulse from my focus can reveal what we need.
It's super detailed and just perfectly solid frame rate. Nice and smooth. Feels good. And that was all down to this here being the default. Favor resolution. This is the default.
How
Ugh.
do I get the focus to show the plants?
Seriously, I fired this up and I'm like,
It can send out.
I'm
a
going back
pulse.
to Demon Souls.
I'll
Thank you very
demonstrate.
much. I can't play this. This is shit. Do you see how bad this is? It's blurry.
I can pulse my focus to find the plants we need.
The frame rate is like, it feels like it's in the 20s. And I was just like, I can't believe this is what this game is like on the PS5. What were they thinking? I thought they just got stomped by Elden Ring, but apparently they broke the game too. But no, it's
My
cinematic.
focus can reveal what we need.
Cinematic, my ass. The Order is more cinematic than this. But yeah, all you have to do is just come in here and do that, and then it's fucking crisp, smooth, perfect. I'm not like a frame rate snob, but I think
How
that
do I get the focus to show the plants we need?
I think I'm just one of those
send
people
out
that is
links.
sensitive to that.
I'll demonstrate.
Like for me, frame rate is extremely noticeable. Like even down to like little stutters and hiccups. So
I can
wow,
pulse
it even
my
ran
focus
badly
to
on
find the
performance.
plants we need.
Yeah, like on this mode now, apparently after having been patched, it's really good. So I'm glad that I tried that because I was completely turned off of it with my first impression. Oh, whoops. Yeah. I can only notice that, or it really only bothers me with shooters, particularly PUBG. I'll notice if it's sub 144. Other stuff, not as much. I'm not as bothered. So, I want to take a peek at Returnal and Kina. Not that, this. It was the deluxe edition. I installed that stuff too. And then, if you guys are interested, I would like to show you a little bit of the ray tracing update, Resident Evil 3, at some point this evening. Yeah, as soon as I had the PS5 unboxed, people started screaming Kina at me. Which is on other platforms, by the way, not just PS4 and 5. It's on PC as well. But let's put some mileage on the PS5. Returnal first, though. I want to check that out. A lot of people have been saying a lot of things about this one to me. Which, from what I understand, is a AAA roguelike. Oh! I didn't know there was a game presets tab. I should check that out. I'll put soundbar. I guess do that. Let's go medium. We're already there, I think. Also, I don't know if it's something about the PS5 or what, but I feel like it really makes my monitor sing. Or maybe I just got lucky with this particular monitor having seemingly very, very good picture. Oh no, Volca. Were you able to RMA it? Elbow Soap,
He
thank you
has
for
a
30
flat
months. Oh, that's good. But that sucks. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. Is this an actor, by the way? I mean, not like in the like a notable somebody that I would have heard of, because there's something very familiar about her face. I mean, obviously there would be probably a mocap actor, but I'm talking about, was this somebody famous or something? No? Oh, do you? I'm sure you do. GPU is pretty important. Maybe she's just one of those people with a familiar face. For All Mankind? I don't think I have, no. Shit, you were getting game crashes day one? Did you get a launch PS5, or, I imagine that's unlikely, because, like, hardly anybody did. I've been excited to check this out because, based off of what I had seen, the concept alone, I liked right out of the gate. You know, the whole, like, sci-fi, space exploration, and the idea of being caught in a time loop. Like, all of that really appeals. Anne Bayer. Maybe I've seen her in something and just forgot. A very important piece of the ship there has come off.
Astra, this is Celine. I've crashed on Atropos. I survived, but Helios did not. Suit status operational, but my sidearm is missing. I'm leaving comms open.
Well, I like this already, I have to say. I'm not a fan of having to push the stick in to run. I never have been a fan of that. I find it's just too easy to accidentally do that when you don't want to. This looks awesome. Weird. A little bit of resistance is active on the left, the L2 trigger, but no resistance on the R2 trigger for some reason. Oh, yeah, you know, I can kind of see that. Kinda. There's some sort of a heartbeat emanating from that.
Abandoning Helios. Heading towards White Shadow Broadcast.
I probably maybe shouldn't abandon Helios. Maybe look a little closer in case there's anything. Maybe that sidearm is just laying around here somewhere, right? Probably not, but that made me feel like maybe I should have checked. Is this where she came out? Also, probably not. Okay. It's actually looking like we probably do just fuck off out of here. That's what I'm saying. Is like did she smash through the shit like a fucking rock? One thing that's a little bit weird is how action-y the movements are. They're like very speedy and stuff, but it's trying to It's definitely going for a realism look.
This forest contains extensive ruins of a xenotype civilization. Ancient walls, foundations, and statues.
Well, right. I mean, I understand why it's like that. I'm just saying it's kind of a funny contrast. The character moves in a way that seems unexpected for the way the game looks. Because games did sort of generally move towards plotting, realistic type movement, away from that speedy, actiony style of the days of Doom and Quake and so forth. So it's weird to see a mixture of the two together.
Scout log. Atropos. I have found a deceased Astra Scout here. Checking identification on helmet.
That's gonna be you. Yep. Oh my god. I'm eating me. And now I'm gonna eat me too. Cool
My
gun.
sidearm.
Basically just a Glock.
Continuing towards the signal's origin.
Easy as that. Halfway down. But I can definitely press it all the way down. Oh, I like how the little camera thing is on a little choo-choo train track. You think she's into like Lincoln model trains or whatever? Or Lionel? Lincoln log trains. Large Silphium. Repairs major damage to integrity. Ow, my integrity. Oof, ouch, my integrity. Oh, wow. Well, this feels very Metroid. Same controls. Where's my bean buttons at? Yeah. We're on Aether. I can't escape Aether. Clearly this is Dark Aether. Xenotech gate secured with a lock mechanism. A little too friendly, I feel. Do they hurt? They're pretty. No, they don't hurt. Oh shit, it's those things from the Matrix, but with legs.
Encountered scavenger fauna.
Yeah, unfortunately we know that Prime 4 can't look like this. This looks so much like a Metroid type situation that I expect to be able to lock on, which is absolutely, obviously not a thing.
Hostile fauna dispatched.
What's all this then? Obolite. Previously unknown radioactive material with a crystalline structure and a golden glow. It's piss. After separating the material from any unknown error, can be auto-gathered by the suit's resource tank. Radiation signatures. Blah, blah, blah. This is shit you need. Ooh. Audio recordings, baby. I was just saying.
Recorded log.
Hankering for some audio logs. Play. Now, can I leave this?
Found. Adding to databank. Playing back now.
Wait.
Scout log.
Oh, yes. Thank God.
Atropos.
I hate when they make you
The last
stay
time,
in it and you can't do anything
30
else.
minutes since last crash. Whole areas of this forest are rearranging themselves like a fluid puzzle after each of my... Whenever I return, per Astra protocol, I will not be recovered until I reach the broadcast signal. If you're hearing this, you are stuck here too.
It's your me.
I don't remember recording that.
Tropian key. No doubt this opens that door. Had to visit my friends. There seems to be some issues with gravity on this planet. Okay, so that's cool down. I guess they really wanted me to look for video tutorials. Should I really not? Nope. Here we go. Wrong button.
He has a flat brain.
Dash. Da, 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 da. Immunity or invincibility frames. And escape if you've been grabbed. Adrenaline is raised for every 3 hostiles you eliminate up to a maximum level of 5. Upon taking any damage, however, your adrenaline level is reset. Each level provides a unique effect, which stack with each other. You can take photos. Oh, it's cooperative, huh? The Moab. Welcome back. Thank you for 41 months. Appreciate you.
Security system encountered.
Oh, weird. Something comes off of me or the gun or something when I fire it. I did, but we're actually going to look at something from that as well, because I've got that installed and upgraded, and I have got the intermission DLC, which I would like to take a peek at. So technically I'm not done. Cool. Like that. I think those VODs should still be around. I think that was after the VODocalypse. Oh, they're not? Okay. My bad. Malignant key. Malignant items have a chance of causing malfunctions. Malfunctions have negative effects, or can even inhibit certain actions. Reduced max integrity. Remove a malfunction by completing the task on the left side of the screen. I have to collect obolites, so it's not permanent. Oh. Yeah, I'll be bad at that. I won't be any good at that, I can tell you. There's a sound right here, but I don't know what it is. There's like a heartbeat? Maybe that's a bug. Orb. Orb. Yeah, this rocks.
I've discovered piled corpses of a xenotype species. Likely the architects of these ruins. These could be the sentients that broadcast the white shadow signal.
He has a flat brain.
This gives me, what is it, Proteus vibes? Is that the right name? Prometheus, thank you. Prometheus vibes. Previous, thank you for 83 months. Ding dong, bing bong. Not yet. Not yet. But soon, no doubt.
It is impossible to escape. I have tried everything. I'm always brought back by... There is a moment between death and rebirth when tentacles drag me down, screaming, drowning, returning.
Title draw. Sort of. She's trapped in a hentai. She can't escape. There is no escape. But yeah, big Prometheus vibes.
Encountered hostile predator.
Haha, whoops. Yeah, I think you're supposed to get killed by that thing. I went with just chatting because I'm not going to be sticking to any one game. Just kind of checking this stuff out tonight. Oh, I get it now.
Helios!
Returnal. Eternal. I didn't get that until
Astra,
this moment.
this is Celine. I survived the...
Man,
Can you hear me? I'm in my ship.
they must be getting a real
Suit status
pile
operational
of
and-
a pile of messages back at base.
I've already experienced this before.
I think because every time she crashes down is a little bit different. And probably in a different location every time. That's probably how they explain the rearrangement of the environment, because it's a roguelike. Main terminal and challenge terminal. I want to pick up and listen to that audio log. Scout rank 1. Total seat usage 22 minutes 45 seconds. Alert. Fuck. Breaking down. Fuck. All hollow. Fuck. Unidentified item in cargo bay. Removal recommended. I think it removed itself. I dig the databank matrix there. That's cool. Communication block. Intrusion detected. Damn, Twitter is wild in the future. Celine Vassos, you are hereby ordered to return redacted. Abort current redacted. Fisher's 2651 Atropos and its redacted. Scout ship designation Helios redacted. Not been redacted. Further planetary study required prior to expiration redacted. Your immediate redacted, including acknowledgement redacted, and immediate and permanent redacted, whereas neglecting redacted, despite previous redacted, willful and blatant redacted, is not redacted. Yep. Back to control. Force start override. Log opened. Emily Sanzer has started a conversation. Celine Vassos has joined. Cecilia Cara Scott has joined. Everybody loves stand-ups. M. Something major happened. SV. Is this another emergency drill? I'm still in maintenance. Do you see the white shadow? CC. Where is this coming from? The void we're crossing has 0 galaxies. M. Remember when we were diverted? I think this was the reason. Which definitely explains why the upper echelon was so evasive. SV. This is a clear message, maybe a distress signal. We have to go. CC. Atropos has been marked approach forbidden. We wait for clearance. SV. I know this. I've heard this before. It's hard to explain. M. You know this message? What do you mean? Celine? Yeah, it must be a wandering planet. Astro Protocol. Number 1, safety precautions. Conduct missions within safe practice guidelines to ensure maximum chance of survivability. 2, uninterrupted communication. Maintain constant contact with team or handler immediately prior to a mission until its completion. 3, freedom of choice. Achieve objectives through the best means possible, altering mission plans as necessary due to conditions in the field. Scout regulations. 1, threat assessment. Identify and avoid dangers. Subdue if necessary. 2, environment analysis. Identify safe areas and resources, utilizing as needed. 3, information retrieval. Survive at any cost or ensure successful data transmission. In times of crisis, evac protocol supersedes all other protocol and regulations currently in effect, regardless of mission status or overseer directives. Astra Command Employee Record, number 0971595. Name, Celine Vassos. Department, Astra Survey. Primary role, Reconnaissance Scout. Proficiencies, First Encounter, Data Analysis, Field Repair, Weapons Testing. Notes, Psychological Profile flagged. Heterochromia, Trauma-induced. Current mission list. Jaeger 675 Olympic Volcanic Vents. FQ-212 Fossilized Gas Giant. EH-652 Mons Timore Peak Ascent. Arnie 883 Aurora Blasted Plains. That's just a bunch of stuff. So I guess we just head on back out. Every content creator gets just dick after dick after dick after dick after dick after dick after dick. Thank you very much for those. Appreciate it. Sorry that was loud. I was not totally able to see what they were. I guess we landed in the same area. My assumption was wrong. Acalia, thank you for sending me dicks. It's fine. Chronosis. A rift between two timelines. I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that at this time. But that's cool.
The environment wasn't like this before.
Broken calibrator. Grants a small amount of weapon proficiency. This is pretty cool, man. This seems really, really good. Okay, another one of those. So we're just gonna beef up the weapon now, huh? I'm into it. Okay, I thought that was a death. I thought that was a death. Wow. I didn't know I couldn't go in water. Apparently, if I had something that I don't have, I must be able to go in water because there's items down there. I'm really glad that didn't count as a death because that would have been fucking obnoxious. Is that a chest? Oh, I need a key. Yep. No key. I didn't try shooting the water. Good idea, though.
New technology discovered. Augments my weapon with an alternative firing mechanism.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Ooh. Oh, wow. That takes a long time to recharge. That's a big cooldown.
Highly effective. This will be useful.
I'd like to bring that cooldown down, though. Oh, no! I keep not noticing that soon enough. Oh, okay. Need some xenotech here. So now do we go back to that chest? Or actually, it looks like there might be a chest up here. Except, I have no idea how to get up there. Probably need some different ability to get up there. I'm not seeing a path. Oh. Okay. Artifacts are items with beneficial effects. Some have passive effects, while some have activation conditions. You can carry a maximum of 15. And they can get destroyed by critical malfunctions. Or manually, if you wish. Yeah, this is really cool, I have to say. See now, I just spent my key. Oh, I don't need a key here, I guess. Ooh.
Acquired a xenotype weapon, similar to our carbine technology.
That trigger looks very uncomfortable. I really like that wireframing effect.
Discovered a massive wall beyond which is the White Shadow signal. I can't cross the chasm. For now, I'll change objectives and investigate the energy reading in the forest.
Hello, me.
Scout log, Atropos. Who triggered the broadcast? Do you see the White Shadow is something only I should know? And now, out of literally nowhere, I'm hearing it again. Were the sentients involved? But how would they have known? I need to believe there are answers at the signal.
There's, I think, a raindrop effect happening in the rumble on the controller. There's like a pitter-patter happening in my hands. Another suit signal. Dark Selene. Corrupted by Phazon. Oh, I had so much time to hit that and I didn't. Oh, wow.
Xenotype device acquired.
L1.
I think this will prove a useful tool.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, going to be much more fun with a weapon like that versus the base pistol, which is just, like, difficult. I love our little tentacle friends.
I have interacted with other versions of myself. But I worry one day I will re-experience these same interactions from their perspectives. But are they truly me? Or just hollowed corpses? This may be the face of things to come.
Whoa. Doesn't look that inert to me. It's really cool. Oops. I don't know. I'll take it, I guess. Yeah, so you have one slot where such items can be, apparently. Nice. Oh! got some sort of bonus missiles. Why do you have the light up, Ice Bud? This is ominous. Yep.
Discovered xenotype technology on the corpse of a sentient. Scan is indicating potential for suit augmentation.
Huh. We're gonna put this
Appears
electric scorpion
safe
on.
to repurpose. System integration complete. Performing a function test to confirm.
Translocators. Your suit can now use translocators to teleport. You can teleport within a biome. They have a set destination. Now I feel like this kind of technology must be something that you retain across runs. I wish I could scan random corpses like that to learn their story, but I'm in prime mode. We finally got Morph Ball.
Confirmed. Point-to-point teleportation. Location exit seems fixed.
That was cool. Oh. There's a chest. There's two chests. Do I have a key? I might have a key. And then there's like something under the ground. Like near-ish me. Oh, they don't take keys. Oh, this shit. Yeah, I don't know how to get through this shit yet. Oh, I see. Is it that platform right there? No. It's like directly under me. And there's that big one straight across, but I'd need to be able to dash multiple times. There we go. Oh no, it's malignant. I'm fine. Nothing bad happened. Man, I don't know. the goodie zone up here? You must have to teleport up there. There's a door that way. There's triangle doors. What? Okay. Well, my objective is forward and to the left. Fried them. Ether. A permanent resource that interacts with other timelines and cleanses malignancy. It's kept on death. You gain it by interacting with deceased scouts and completing daily challenges in the ship. Looks so cool. Wow. We just keep finding all the fancy things.
Discovered xenotype technology that produces other devices.
Ah. Do we want to be touched all over? Oh. The thing I'm very bad at. So that was just immediately given to me, right? Xenoglyph.
Evidence of rudimentary xenotype language discovered. Currently lacking resources to decipher this xenoglyph. discovered a fragment of the xenotype language.
It's just that easy.
Is this translating correctly? Severed brethren.
He has a
maddening
flat
agony.
brain.
That's cool. I'm into this. The BAP. Thank you for 25 months.
Detecting a strange energy reading. Setting a marker on my map.
Ouch. Yeah, this really feels like a mix of a lot of different influences that seem very familiar. Yeah, they do. They're just instantly gone. Oh no, I'm gonna have to make another choice. Ah, it is better. Blast shell. Better effective range. Oh, punishment? Okay. Blast shell's pretty good. These weeping statues. Oh, look at that. Nice. That's cool. Ow. Oh, another big boy over there. I think. A lot of small boys, maybe? Whoops. Okay, this is pretty good if you get close. Oh. Oh, actually. Rip. It's got bonus damage. I don't know, I'm liking the shotgun right now. I look at chat for 1 second and this is what happens. Thank you. So this is an enemy that has one of those barriers. So I can't kill it. Oh, okay. This is just a nice place. Full of nice things. It's coin heaven. It's all disappeared already. Oh, wow, no flying ball for that one? Oh, you can? Rip. Also, excuse me?
That can't be here. I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I can remember the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind. guard here. No safe space. And the astronaut keeps following me.
Locked. 20th century? I guess that makes sense. That's cool. It's gonna dodge that. I failed. Oh, miss. How awful. Not good. All right. Bad shape, y'all. I didn't see them in the burns until it was too late.
He has a flat brain.
Wavy Ranchero, thank you for 4 years.
Astra! They can't hear me. I'm alone.
Okay, I have safely exited the game. Really? Oh my god. That's rough. Yeah, this game is very cool. Looking forward to doing more of that. Let's give Kina Bridge of Spirits a little taste. Let's switch discs. Yeah, this looked really, really cute, but also really, really cool. No, I think this is on Steam. Yeah. Ugh. Rot abilities recharge when taking damage. Enemies are aggressive. Rot abilities recharge passively when taking damage. Enemies are less aggressive. Alright. Spirit Guide seems like probably the way for me. Already is. Unique wooden masks are carved to honor the dead. Placed in sacred shrines, these masks gradually return to dust, symbolizing the spirit's peaceful journey into the next life. Not all spirits can travel this path alone. Struggling with tragedies of their past, they linger and become dangerous. Masters called upon to help these trapped and violent manifestations are known as spirit guides. I'm just really impressed with the art and animation that I've seen from the trailers and stuff. It looks over the top.
sense suffering here, Spirit. Do you need help?
You know nothing of suffering. This is my home, my village. Turn back, Spirit Guide.
Oh. R1 to light attack, R2 to heavy attack. Someone arrest these ghosts. Ghost cop. It's basically a Soulsy control scheme. Dodge, light, and strong attack are all the same. Well, we guided the fuck out of that spirit. This looks awesome. Oh, goodbye, frame rate.
I saw him here somewhere.
We'll miss you.
Where did he go?
Haha, you found me.
Hi there.
See ya.
What happened here, little guy?
That little face he made. Why don't they do all the cutscenes like this? This is what I'm talking about. When it cuts to these like 30 frames per second cutscenes, that's pretty jarring compared to this. They look great, other than that. Oh, this double jump. Nice.
There she is! Run!
Oh, he does the little thing. You see that? He's mimicking what you do on L1.
Hi, Benny!
Hey there, buddy.
Run quick!
You can't escape Elden Ring. Uh-oh. Probably don't want to mess with that yet. So I just then realized that it is traveling through the crystals. Yeah, the resonant stuff is sort of... Ah, balls. Huh, I basically stepped on the first one and didn't get it.
Hi.
Your team of companions has grown, and now you have one rot action available. Press square to send the rot onto objects in the environment. Collect rot to level up and gain more rot action.
Oh, oh, bless you. Oh,
This is like extreme pet the dog.
oh, thank you.
Yep. Yes, she would. Gonna have to show her that. Alright, let's put my rot army to work. Enemies frighten the rot. Gone into hiding. Attack enemies to build courage. In combat, spend courage to perform rot action. Courage drops can form in the world. Collect courage drops with your pulse, or touch them to build up courage faster. L2 to aim, and then press square to bind. Makes sense. Move objects. Press square to have the rod pick up an object. Tell the rod where to go by aiming with L2 and then pressing square. Where do I want them to go with this? Yeah, this is great. I love this. I hear my little rot boy freaking out somewhere. Hello? Oh, release the object. You are free, my friends. Yeah, I left them just stuck there.
Can you move that for me?
Shortcuts? Thing. I think. Ooh.
Let me help you. I can heal these spirits and restore balance to the forest.
I know you are kind. You sense the power that flows through this land, but you do not fully understand it. Death and corruption are all that remain here.
This land can be healed, but you cannot stay here, Spirit. You must move on.
You are the one who does not belong. I will never abandon my people.
Manages to swing between sweet and cute to dark and serious really well. Not the right moment. Out of life pretty quickly. Hard game.
Let me help you.
Out of shield. So, despite being cute, it doesn't fuck around. parried. Interesting difficulty level on the fight. Not insanely hard or anything, but harder than I expected it to be.
You can come out. It's safe now.
Look, Saya, she cleared away the poison. The little guys can eat it. They love it.
My name's Kana. What are you two doing out here, alone in the forest?
Don't worry about us. We've been here a long time and take care of ourselves.
I can see that. You both look very strong.
Yeah,
Do you know who that spirit
I chose what
is
was probably
with
the
horned
normal
mask?
difficulty.
We don't know, but when he shows up, the girl's poison grows stronger. Hey, what are you doing here in the forest?
I'm searching for the sacred mountain shrine. Can you take me there?
I like them. They're okay.
If you want to get to the mountain shrine, you have to help us with something first. Our brother Taro was trapped deep in the forest. We need you to help him.
Great idea, Saya. That'll be easy for her. Did you see what she did to that stick guy?
Help us free Taro and we'll take you to the mountain shrine. Woohoo! Come on, our village is this way.
Can I sit down anytime I want to? Oh, I can go into camera mode anytime I want to, apparently. Yay.
Oh, oh, bless you. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, thank you.
It's an important feature. Wow. That's a really good view. Yeah, the music's fantastic. Uh-oh, we got a map. Nothing on it. Oh, there we go. Ooh, cool. That's awesome. God damn. It's really beautiful. Hat option. Oh yeah, there's 21 hats in the village. 21 hats? Oh, those little guys can wear hats. Oh, goodness. Yeah, incredible artwork on this game, gotta say. It's obviously like kind of stylized, cartoony, but like they nailed the fuck out of it. It feels like they easily could have made a feature film with these assets. Yeah, how would you not have the motivation to get the fucking hats? Get the fucking hats. Ah, the village is all rotted up. Oh, you can save any old time. Oh, and there's autosaves. Nice. Well, this game rocks. I am really pleased with both of these games. Holy shit. So, I'm starting to run out of steam, but I wanted to just take a peek at this real quick before I get out of here. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing both of those. So thank you once again to our anonymous benefactor. I appreciate you. I don't know if it's coming soon. It might be a few years yet. I'm not sure really. I managed to jump through the necessary hoops to get this upgraded to intergrade. And I did upload and transfer my save over to PS5. And there's intermission. I haven't touched it. The way that the save transfer works, I don't know if it's because it's a complete game or if it's because of the transfer, but it's really weird. I also have no idea how to delete a save. I accidentally made like a copy of my save. But essentially when you load the save, it puts you in this. And you cannot leave the main menu at this time. Like, you're just not in the game. The only way you can play is to go to System and then Chapter Selection. Okay, that's just what happens after you finish the game. Okay, I didn't know that. So I can play any chapter then. Gotcha. The whole process of doing this, dude, getting this upgraded was so fucking confusing. Because I popped every other PS4 game that has an upgrade, you pop the disc in, and then PS5 is just like, hey, you want to upgrade? This one, no. I had to go into the PlayStation Store on the PS5, not in the app, not on the web, like in a browser. I had to do it on the PS5. Because as far as PlayStation was concerned, the only Final Fantasy VII Remake thing I owned was the demo. So, yeah, apparently it's something with the way they did intergrade was really fucky. But you have to go to the PlayStation Store on the PS5. In there, you'll find an option called Final Fantasy VII Remake PS4 to PS5 upgrade. It's like, that's the full title of it. It's fucking a million miles long. Then I was able to do it, so. And I'll pop into, I don't know, I'll pop into here real quick. So this does have some PS5 upgrading stuff going on. I don't know if I've got it set to performance or fidelity.
Oh, you guys!
Straight.
Daddy!
Oh, sweetheart.
So glad you're home.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Goodness.
Knew it couldn't be that bad. No way.
It does look quite good.
It's really bad.
Hot damn, we are good!
Yes! Bombs detonated 1, members lost 0.
And one step
Nobody
closer
died.
to a brighter future.
Hell yeah!
Guys! Lower your voices, huh? People are listening.
You just screamed it to everybody, dude.
Now get some R&R. You've earned it. Just be ready for the next mission, all right?
This game was
See
really
you
goofy,
soon.
but I was really glad that we
At
did it.
Seventh Heaven. You know, where Tifa works. Don't keep her waiting. She'll worry.
Yeah, the problem with the skyboxes in this game is they are just giant JPEGs. But that kind of feels like a throwback to the original game. So, it doesn't bother me that much. Let's see what I have it set to. It is graphics optimization. Let's see how performance looks. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. To be honest, probably better. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like a downgrade.
How about what?
You go to an area with more lighting and stuff.
I think he's over by the TVs.
You didn't notice a difference?
Apparently Shinra thinks...
Dumb ladies only have.
Huh?
It's like a giant candle.
piled up like mountains. You couldn't go nowhere.
Huh. Mako is the lifeblood of the planet? Yeah, the hell it is. Goddamn eco-warriors with their dumbass posters. I tear them down and they're back up inside of an hour. Like I've got nothing better to do.
What a dick.
I mean, look at all that steel work. You trying to tell me that's not progress?
That's a jail, bud.
What the? You okay, buddy? Mako junkie, huh? Figures.
Oh, is this fight? I can't just go to the slums?
You again.
Oh, okay, no, they're just going on.
That hot shower can't come soon enough. I can barely tell my skin from all the ash and sweat.
When I get back, it's refueling time.
And
I just want to
Jesse?
get to the main area where there's more like
out how
the
I
neon
screwed up?
lighting and the detail and
You're
stuff.
such a kidder.
I should have gone to the chapter with the other slums, the later ones.
Are they gonna turn the reactor off?
What do you know? That ain't half bad. I'll make a grease monkey out of you.
Let's turn quality back on. Or graphics. Turn graphics back on. Yeah, the frame rate is noticeably down, but it does look like things are maybe a little bit more detailed. There might be more texture stuff going on. But the frame rate is bothersome.
Arlene. Daddy, you're home.
That's right, Angel. I
Welcome
am.
back.
Have you been a good girl?
Yeah, I've been helping Tifa.
Oh, you did you? Well, well.
Oh,
You
I
made
never
it.
changed the game.
Where'd you get that? I can't remember the last time I saw a real one. Huh? How sweet. When did you get so thoughtful?
Guy
I
can
lost my
change.
yellow flower.
Has been 5 years.
Huh?
I need to talk to Barrett.
Right.
Yeah, you should be able to have. I don't know.
Daddy, the Mako
It differs
place
from
blew
game
up.
to game.
Everyone on TV's talking about it.
Don't you worry about all that silliness. Daddy's here and he's not going in.
Well, I personally think I prefer a better frame rate. I don't think that there's like all that much noticeable when you put it in graphics mode.
Now turn that thing off and let's get you to bed, huh?
Yeah, maybe there is. The characters don't look as crisp. Ugh, annoying. Anyway, I wanted to take a quick peek at intermission. Yeah, really. I would worry that it's the same situation on PC, probably. Probably just gonna watch the opening here, basically.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar.
Look at that JPEG. Now she
You got this, Yuffie. My name is Yuffie, materia hunter and elite special forces operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra headquarters and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche! Your full support! We got this! So, members of Avalanche? Where are you? Come get me already! Okay. If I was a man in a Moogle hat... Wait, does this mean what I think it does? Interesting. So, I gotta come to you, do I? You got some nerve.
Final Fantasy is so fucking weird. Actually, I wonder if there's anything behind. Really like this music though. Yuffie can fight effectively both up close and from range. Press square to strike a foe with the throwing star, hold square to continue attacking while putting distance between her and the enemy. Guarding just before an enemy lands a hit will greatly reduce the damage you can take.
Guess you're never far from a rat in Midgar. Let's see what you got.
that's the most beat up I've ever seen rats get. By pressing triangle, Yuffie can hurl her weapon at a target. Press square while it is away to perform her long-range ninjutsu attacks. The weapon will return to Yuffie automatically, but you can retrieve it with triangle.
Think you can take me? Continues.
But the items are a million miles away. Oh, you still get it.
Your lesson.
Yeah, I have no idea how this is going to connect at all. But it's cool. I'm into this. Oh no.
Huh?
Black clothing. White hair? Are there any zippers?
No palm. You okay? Anybody home?
They're twisting this into fucking whatever the movie was called.
Guess I'm not going anywhere until I get that elevator moving.
Advent Children, thank you.
I never cease to amaze myself.
Anything to drive us towards fucking leather-clad, zipper-clad, white-haired, fancy men. It's like a gray goo.
Think you can take me? You're going down! Stop now!
Eventually, all the color is sucked out of the world, and all that's left are just like emo.
Get lost!
Need to heal again.
This is nothing. All in a day's work.
Something. Yeah. It's fitting for her character. Because her character was always goofy as shit. So nothing new there. Hey Dave, what's up? I'm just finally taking a peek at intermission. At some point I will again.
Yeesh, this town's a total dump. I thought Midgar was supposed to be the marvel of the modern world. Talk about false advertising. City of Mako? City of garbage, more like.
It's just true. Oh man, isn't there a Crisis Core? Is it a remaster or a remake? Coming out sometime. Is it this year? Could get into that. Well, I think we got a good taste of this here, so I should probably stop before I go any deeper with it. But yeah, lots of fun things to do. And I'm wondering if there's anything else PS5 wise that I should be looking at. Oh. Well, you know, Sony and Square in particular are just sort of fucking all over the place with stuff. Hey, bud. I didn't open up Resident Evil. We should probably do that another time, though. Fine all fantasy. Oh, God. That would be the rest of our lives, bud. The rest of our lives. The title would be, extremely fucking true, though. All right, my friends. I'm going to call it a night here. No. And Ghost of Tsushima is another one that's got a PS5 upgrade that I hear is worth looking at. So that could be another thing. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.